Good morning. It is about 5 o'clock. It's a Tuesday morning. Temperature is about 65 degrees, 67 degrees. And I am on a river I've never fished before. Drove about 2 hours south. I'm on the Rappahannock River. And today, if I get an incidental catch, a bass or catfish, that's one thing. But I'm here specifically to try and target snakeheads. That's why I wanted to be out here super early. Sunrise was just a couple minutes, is in a couple minutes. You see it's not even up yet. So I'm before first light. The moon is still out. It's still pretty. And clear night last night. Somebody else just launched. That's the wake you're seeing on the river here. A gentleman and his wife who apparently fish here pretty often. He's a big snakehead fanatic as well. So he said good things about this spot. And from where I'm sitting, I could see a lot of big pad fields, a lot of good structure that I'm going to start hitting real quick. So before we get started, I want to say, hey there, how's it going? My name's Adam. This is Go To Outdoors, and I am happy to welcome you back to another one. Today, if we're lucky, we're going to bring home a couple snakeheads for dinner. If we're not lucky, we're still going to have a great day because it is gorgeous out. It's not supposed to be super, super hot. Humidity, I can deal with. If it gets too hot, I'll just roll out of the kayak, hop in the river, because the river temps, I'm willing to bet, are above 80 degrees still. So without further ado, let's start fishing, and I'll bring you back as soon as we get something. It's going to be a good day. I might stop to enjoy that sunrise over the foggy lily pads. That's cool. So I've already seen a couple bald eagles. There's an osprey up there. Bald eagles are very talkative this morning. Very talkative. Yeah, this pad field looks good. I'm going to fish the edges of it to start, and then I'm going to work my way around this bend up around the corner, and then I'm probably going to head down that direction to see what I can see. But I'm starting off with just a little Savage Gear Duratec toad, a little floating topwater weedless toad, because I want something I can toss into and through these pads here. There's carp jumping all over the place. I just heard a bobwhite. I just heard a bobwhite. I have not heard a bobwhite in years. There it is again. I don't know if you can hear it. It's somewhere over there. There he is. He's over there. And there's those two bald eagles. They're sitting up on the corner of that tree. They just flapped his wing there. Bald eagles, bobwhites, great rivers. Wow. I already like this place. Yep. Bobwhite. I wonder if this is going to be a day like the last time I was at the Occoquan River. There was just so many snakeheads that none of them wanted to eat. This is a good looking structure though. This is really good looking structure. Big old bald eagles just sitting right there. Oh, that was a snakehead. That was 100% a snakehead. 100%. I didn't let him get it. I didn't let him get it. Son of a gun. Okay, the snakes are here. I wonder if I stung him. If it didn't sting him, I still got a chance. That was a savage bite. I want another bite like that. Got him. Got that one. First snake of the day. First snake of the day. Just a baby. I give him a second to really get a hold of it. And these are naughty fish. Naughty fish. In the net. So I can fuss with that. Proper like. First little guy of the day. He's tiny. He's just oh, he's already missing an eye. He's already missing an eye. I'm not letting him go then. Yeah, they just popped it. Give him a second and then send it. All right, not skunked. Not skunked. First snakehead of the day, baby. Smallest one I've caught. Snakehead number 3. All right, so I dispatched that one off video for obvious reasons. But now I'm gonna try and get some more. I got a good feeling about today. Got a real good feeling about today. I just heard a big one wallop back in the weeds over here. That was an absolutely brutal strike for that little guy though. There's a snake right there. He was right there. I just spooked a wood duck there. I just spooked a fish 2 feet to my left as well. They're in here. They are in here. Not doing anything fancy. Just chucking and winding. There's a bunch of lily pads moving ahead of me. That's a surefire sign that there's a snakehead in there. Most little bait fishing stuff aren't going to be really big enough to move the pads like that, but snakeheads, they'll get right up in it. Yep, this one right here. Just spooked one right in front of me. Come on. I'll try and capitalize on this morning bite. The carp sure are jumping today. That was a snakehead blow up. Right there on the edge. Snakehead. Snakehead. Come on. This place is packed with them. Snakehead on the moving lily pads right there. This place is wild. Snakehead just past where I casted. I might risk standing up. Scared that one. That was a big old carp. Apparently I'm in the stump to end all stumps here. Jeez. That was probably a 30 or 40 pound carp. What's in the tree? Ah! Came off. Came off. I gave him time. I gave him time. They're gonna be in here. Right off that point. Dropped 2 snakeheads so far this morning. And right as I hit that one was right here. Alright, I gotta get some redemption on these bad boys. The snakes are here. The other guy was just hanging on to it. He wasn't actually hooked. I gave him time. I felt him. He was fighting. I just lost him. Just gotta drag it right past him. Oh, jeez. Turned on my trolling motor and spooked the crap out of that one. God dang. Spooked that one. Must have had a shadow come over it. You know, for being the most terrifying frankenfish the world has ever known, these things are surprisingly spooky. Like, ridiculously spooky. The back channel looks good though. I'm gonna work this pretty good. There's a lot of snakeheads in these pads. That was a big snakehead. Okay, I just missed a big blow up off this little island here. I really got to work on my camera turning on and off. It died on me mid-cast. There's some good sized snakes in here. They're hiding in this hydrilla. It's muddy as all get out though. It's really stained for what I'm seeing. Oh, that was great. Hello, woodpecker. I need to get some of these things in a darker color. So, these snakeheads don't seem to be wanting to hit more than once. That last one didn't even feel the hook. So, he just took a swipe at it, I think just out of a reaction strike. And then, nothing else. Yeah, hook's still good, hook's still good. But I keep chucking it into the weeds and then bringing it into the water. And it seems to be working because it kind of prevents the big smack that I've noticed has been spooking these fish. But I don't know, I could just be jumping to the wrong conclusions. But that's what my data points are pointing to. Pointing to these fish are spooked, because I have spooked a couple when I dropped a lure right next to them. And the ones that have connected have hit the lure after it's come a good ways through the water already. Just trying to bring it past points, past isolated pieces of cover, past wood that I'm seeing in the water. And there's so much silt that even this hydrilla is getting all bunched up and it can't keep up, which is kind of crazy, to be honest. Because that's what hydrilla is good at. It's cleaning up water. I just heard a big blow up back there. Ah, damn it. He smacked it, he had it. I waited. What went wrong there? Dang. There was a fish right there. Maybe he didn't feel the hook. Maybe he didn't feel the hook. See, that's another one. I gave him time to eat it. He ate it. I saw the frog disappear. That one felt like a better fish. But he's not gonna come back. I'm just gonna keep fishing this because this is fantastic cover for these guys. But he's done. That one's done. I had a feeling with the cover changed right there. You know, I got the wood, the arrowhead, and then whatever kind of grass this is. It was right in the grass. Do I need to throw something smaller? I don't think so. I mean, I have a smaller hollow body frog, but I don't have any smaller floating toads. I gotta fix that. I've missed 4 fish now. I'll tell you what, I am definitely 100% a convert for snakehead fishing. This is a different kind of anticipation, different kind of rush that you get when a snakehead smacks your line. It's there's a big one back there. I can see the grass moving back there. Yep, none of the other grass that's on the water's edge is moving like that. Getting shallow back here. To be perfectly honest, I'm surprised I haven't caught a largie yet. Every hit I've had this morning has been a snakehead. Every single hit I've had this morning has been a snakehead. So this is hydrilla right down here. You can see it's looks kind of brown. Well, it's bright green, but it does a great job at trapping like all the silt. Like you'll see all that puff that just came off of that. If I touch this one, see all the silt that came off of it? That's what hydrilla does really, really well. And snakeheads, like I had in my last video, they just bury themselves in it. You know, I guess until it grows up and does its thing, they'll hide in the edges of these arrow roots or arrowheads or whatever they're called. You know, duck corn, whatever you want to call them. And I don't know how tide is affecting these fish right now. Obviously, this part of the Rappahannock River is tidal. I'll have to look up when the tides are here before too long, because I know one of the early ones this morning, I think it was low. So I think we're... right in that corner. He dragged it down. That was a little snakehead. He dragged it down, but he wasn't big enough to get it in his mouth. Like I said, just popped in the corner. Darn it. He went over there. Gah! He took one of the legs. He took the leg off of a piece of a Laztec. Wow, that was a good hit. All right, I'm glad I have spares of that. So he had it in his mouth. I'm gonna toss it right back there again, because that was definitely a snakehead. A bass would not have cut that. I don't have too many of these left. I think I have 2 left. I have to buy some more because they are hitting it with a vengeance. That was a savage freaking hit. And I've been letting them take it. He brought it under. Let's see if I can coax another one. Can I get that point sticking out just a little bit? I want to try one more time and get this fish, because he's in the mood to eat. Oh, this one's not wanting to play anymore. Let's go find another one. Dang. This is fun. And he was sitting in inches of water back in that corner. Maybe 3-4 inches tops. It was not very deep at all. Oh man, can't get back in there. Oh well, we're gonna back out, fish our way back out of here, see if any of those fish have changed their mind about hitting again. That's a knot. Please don't be a knot. That's not a knot. Good. That's a knot. I'm gonna try and get this fish, and then I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna retie. I'm gonna get this fish. He wants to eat. This fish definitely wants to eat. That's 3 strikes from this one fish. Oh well, I'm gonna retie. We're going to start fresh. I am not losing a fish because of a knot in the middle of my line. What I gotta do is get back to the truck, get this snakehead on ice. Wood duck. Oh, that was a tree. That's bush. I can hear fish blowing up inside of these pads. I just don't know how to get in there to fish for them. See, some of these fish want to be in the pads, and the other ones just are patrolling. I don't know how to get them to strike. So I just got back to the launch. I was just switching out some rods and throwing that snakehead in the cooler, and came across this. It's 2 good sized long nose gar. This is just ignorant. I hate it. People just catch them, they think they're garbage, and they just throw them up on the bank to die. That's just, don't be like that. Don't be that person. This is super shallow over here. And low tide's not for another 5 hours. I'll be able to come over here when low tide hits. Push poling right now, not even paddling. But I guarantee you there's still snakeheads in here. Guarantee you. Just have to find them. Just have to find them. These pad fields look good, so we're gonna work them. We're gonna work them. Bald eagle having some fun. That's a big one. That's a real big one. I don't know if that's one of the ones I saw this morning or what. So this is quite a trek that I'm taking. I want to fish that shaded shoreline. A, because it's shaded. B, I want to get out of the sun. C, I want to take a break from the snakeheads. I'm a little frustrated. I'm off my game right now. And yeah. So I want to see if I can tie into a big mouth or two and see what happens there. Who knows? I could get some smallies in here. There's also an opportunity for stripers, blue cats. That's a big old gar. That was a big gar. That was a long-nosed gar. A living version of what was back on the bank because of somebody being exceedingly ignorant. And again, I'm not going to get on that topic. It just makes me really, really mad when I see people needlessly killing fish. But that one was probably about 36 to 40 inches long. That was a good sized long-nosed gar. That was a good one. I scared him with the electric trolling motor. But all these disturbances that are on the water here, those are schools of shad. And I know that's what the gar are after. There's a really big one. That's probably about 40 yards across. That's a farther out. This one closer is fairly sizable. There's another one right here. There's another gar right there. So that was another gar. So they're just cruising along, and you know, they're picking off shad and pretty much anything else they can get a hold of. So I want to add gar to the list of fish that I've caught this year. I've seen a whole bunch of them, but I haven't targeted them specifically. So that's my next mission. See if I can target them specifically because I want to catch them. They're big fish. They fight great. And rumor has it they're actually kind of tasty if you can get through the armor. And when I say armor, I mean their scales, because they are quite literally armored. Scale mail for skin. The old dead dragonfly. But yeah, there's a lot of Cajuns eat them. A lot of folks down south, they make gar balls, make fish balls out of them. So I think that would be a pretty good thing to try. Speaking of cooking fish, like I said, the little snakehead that I caught's back in the cooler in the truck. So we're good to go there. There's a smaller fish up on top there. I don't know what that was. But yeah, see, so it's glass calm right now. And what you see of these disturbances like this right here, they're all going upstream, or up current, I should say. So when I get closer, the disturbance is going to disappear because they're going to go down. They're going to drop when they sense my trolling motor. So it's going to go completely smooth again. I bet if I had my sonar on the boat right now, I'd be able to get some pretty good readings of what they are. I also don't have a cast net. A cast net might be pretty wonderful. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up. I'm rambling again, so I'm gonna get over to this side here, and we're gonna see what we can see. Some kind of fish right there. There's an immature bald eagle. Still, he's starting to get his tail. He's close. That's a big baby. Almost full grown. These eagles are pretty big around here. It's another one of those gray kingfishers. Oh, tippy. Can't be tippy. He'll take off, but there's no way I'm really bothering him or her. Don't know. I can't tell. There's no dimorphism in male or female when it comes to bald eagles. They all look the same. I don't know, maybe it's a size thing when you can that was a gar. Tell them apart. The deepest water I've seen. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a dragon. That's a dragon. That's a freaking dragon. That's a good snake. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That might actually be a dragon. Holy crap, he smoked it. Absolutely smoked it. I gave him several seconds to eat that one. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. That's a dragon. That's got to be a dragon. That has got to be a 30-inch fish. Holy crap, that's a big one. Oh man. All right, get the grippers out. He just kind of porpoised on it. Smoked it. Oh yeah. That's got to be a 30-inch fish easily. That's a good fish. Oh, jeez. These things are strong. Super, super strong. Oh, no. Don't do that. It's destroying his eye. Well, I'm going to harvest this one. I was going to let it go, but I'm going to harvest this one now. Let's see what this fish will do. Let's see what this fish will do. That's why you hang on to them. Broke my personal best. All right. Well, dirty work is done. Bleeding out. If I hadn't destroyed his eye, well, if it hadn't destroyed its own eye, thrashing around, I would have let this one go, because this is a good fish. That's a monster. But it's not going to go to waste. That one's definitely going to be put on the table. So I'm not going to waste any fish. I will never just kill a fish like those gar were that we saw earlier. If I harvest a fish, I'm going to eat it. I don't care if people think it's a trash fish or not. I'll find a way to make it palatable, even if I turn it into gar balls. So that I'm not going to use, since clearly the topwater toad is still working even in all of the heat of the day. I mean, it is gnarly outside right now, so we're going to continue to use it. And I didn't think I'd be seeing one of these monsters back here, but now. And that was a random cast. That was an absolutely random cast. I just wanted to see what would happen, and it turned out to be the move. So I'll continue to get a couple things here. That was probably either Grady or Jim responding, because I sent them pictures of the fish on the board. Just shy of 28 inches. It was pretty much the same size as the big one I caught last time. You know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, I want to, you know what? I'll weigh it later. I'm not too worried about the weight. I know the length. But yeah, that fish just porpoised on that frog. Tide movement was key. And coming back here using just the paddle, not the trolling motor. You know, not putting any big sound in the water. And there's slime everywhere. Something skedaddled when I tossed that back there. Bait fish or something. Jeez. That scared the crap out of me. Oh man, that fish just scared the crap out of me. But they will fight until the very last second. 100%. That was that's the kind of reason I'm here. I want to see that kind of strike off of these fish. Just absolutely savage visual striking. I'm gonna see what else is in this pad field, because they're active. They're definitely active. They're still hitting a buzz toad. It's not even a popping frog or something. This is a buzz toad. This is a fast action bait. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and clamp this so I don't lose it, and it's ready for the next one. Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting to see any more moving fish. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I ended up taking a nap in the shade on my kayak for, you know, probably about 45 minutes. One, because I got on the road this morning at about 2. 2, you're not getting off of there, buddy. Sorry, you're gonna be dinner. And 2, because it was starting to get really hot and I wasn't feeling good, so. You know, it is warmer now than it was, obviously, because it's about 11:30 right now. But the tide is moving, and with the tide moving, the fish are moving. And with the fish moving, I am smiling again. But I gave him, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video, but I probably gave that fish 5-6 seconds before I struck. Just because I wanted to make sure this fish had it. I saw the size of it when it hit, and I wanted to make sure this fish absolutely had it. Oh, there's a snakehead right there. I just spooked one. Just waked off from left to right there. Oh, big one just moved here. Dang it. That was a big one. Another one right there. Darn. There was one back there. Nice. Nice. Smoked it. Don't you get me hooked, you little booger. Stop it. Stop it. First sniff from a bass I've had all day. He's definitely been up in the weeds. Looks like the leeches have gotten him. Those are nasty little sores. Not bad. Huh? Pretty little fish. Later, buddy. Smell like a fish. Later. He stomped it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more of these toads. These things are good. I like them. I like them a lot. Bycatch. That's still a good little fish. There's nothing wrong with that bass, except for its sores and grossness. But he smoked it with everything he had. Isolated cover. Ah, isolated cover. I had a feeling when I threw that, that's what was going to happen. I turned around and got it wadded up. Darn it. That was probably about 2.5 pound bass. I knew there was going to be a fish in there. That's why I turned around just to throw at that one spot. Ah, so much fun. So much fun. Learning how to pick apart areas like this is just what keeps me going. Keeps me coming back for more when it comes to fishing. It's just learning these things. But that being said, I need to figure out how to stop dropping fish on this lure. because I have dropped a lot of fish today. Isolated cover was the perfect ambush spot for that bass, and it took full advantage. Smoked my little frog right as it came up to it. Perfect textbook ambush spot for a largemouth. This tube might be about done for. It's kind of chewed up. I'll keep using it until it won't work anymore. Just say if I got a strike on that, I'd be just giggling. Question is this foray into the jungle going to be worth it? Hi, damselfly. I think it will. I'll switch it up and put on the white one. That was a good swipe. He missed it. I'll throw it back in there. He's behind it still. Eat it, eat it, eat it. It's in his mouth. It's in his mouth. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. It's in his mouth. Oh, he spit it. Ah, it was in his mouth. I hope that was exciting for you as it was for me just now. That was nuts. That was nuts. Oh, he came up, he pulled it down. He didn't like the taste of it. So I'm gonna bring it back in. Bringing it back in. He's still burping. That was exciting. That was really exciting. It's still right there. He's still absolutely within range. He wanted every bit of that, but he didn't quite get in his mouth. I almost had 3. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was 100% a snakehead. I hope it came out on the video. I hope you could see what I just saw. He was sitting, it was probably about the same size as the one I got on the stringer right now. A good sized fish. Paddle any farther forward, it's gonna spook, and you'll probably get a good idea of just how big that sucker is. He just sank down into the hydrilla there. But like I said, the snakes love it back here in this hydrilla. They are packed in here. So many fish. Right in the salad. Right in the thick stuff. Wonder if I can get something off this point. Damn. I just missed one. Just missed one. I'm sure you heard. Trying to position myself to cast along the edge of this thing. Keep the strike zone as long as I can. Oh, scheisse. That was a good fish that I just, yeah, that was a good fish. That was literal inches away from me when I just spooked that fish. Holy crap. Holy crap. Right off that point. Not calling my shot, but I feel like I could almost call my shot on that one. This fish here was big. Yep. It just went. That was violent. Right off that point, did I not call that? Did I not call a fish being on that point? Son of a gun, he smoked it. but he missed. He smoked it, but he missed. I'm trying to get back in there. He came out of there like a bat out of hell. That was a good-sized fish. I have had more missed opportunities today. And I didn't even like strike that immediately. That fish just flat out missed. He just flat out missed, and I'm gonna get up here and it's gonna blow up in some other direction. I'm just waiting on it. What did I say? That was a point. There was gonna be a fish on that point in a type of cover that's as uniform as a weed pad field like this. Anything that's gonna differentiate, anything whatsoever that differentiates an edge. So if there's like that one island over there, if there's an island, if it's isolated cover, a point, a cut, anything like that that can break up a line is generally where a fish is going to sit. Like I said, I didn't want to call my shot, but I pretty much called my shot on that one. I knew there was going to be a fish there. There had to be. When you fish the entire rest of the edge and you don't see anything, there has to be something on the point. And clearly these fish are still wanting to eat. That's what's crazy to me. That is what is absolutely silly to me. It's this hot out. But you notice I haven't seen any blow up out of just the straight hydrilla over here today. Like I did when I was over at on the Occoquan River. So these fish are wanting some kind of top cover. You know, the pads are providing them shade, you know, giving them somewhere they can look around and see what's up. You know, I wonder if that fish is going to be back on that edge. Yep, just spooked one right there. Saw the kayak. Pretty serious salad we got going on here. Damn. It probably just saw my rod. Come on, be a fish off that edge. Be a fish off that edge. Waking, waking, waking. There was a fish on that edge. That's a big fish. Come on, take it. Take it. Come on, take it. He's got it. Oh, damn. That was a good sized snake too. That was a real good sized snakehead. He just went back into there. That was a good sized snakehead. Damn! You see the wake that guy was pushing? Son of a gun. You see, that was nuts. I mean, he was so shallow, you could see his tail doing this. That was nuts. Difference, he was out in the middle. That's the first one I've seen that was just out in the middle like that. That means there's gonna be more like that. They're following it, they're interested, and they're hitting it. They're just not getting it all the way. He popped it 3 times. He popped it 3 times. This is so much fun. Right on the edge of the cheese. See if something's out there. I think white actually is helping him see it. on the edge of the cheese. There's a wake. Don't hit it now. Don't hit it now. Okay, I got it back without him hitting it. Sweet. I don't know why I'm casting in here. I don't know how I'm going to get these back if one hits it. There's a lot of life with these. That's hydrilla. Turning around. Go back, get this puppy on ice. Come back out for a few more hours. You know what? On second thought, I think I'm just gonna pack it in. I've had a great day. I've had a really great day. I've learned a lot. I've definitely looked. Hummingbird moth. Odd time to find one out there and trying to land on the camera. That was weird. But yeah, so I've learned a whole heck of a lot today. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, I should probably have well over a dozen fish in the boat. I lost track. I lost count of the number of fish that I missed. But I will be coming back here. This is actually closer than where I wanted to go by about 2.5 hours, because I was going to head this morning. I was going to go to Blackwater over on the eastern shore in Maryland. Still had to get on the road about 2 o'clock, because when I looked at the traffic report, I guess there was an incident or something that was near the bridge that crosses, you know, the Bay Bridge. And I was not going to drive the extra 2 hours around because, yeah, screw that noise. So this was an audible, and it worked out amazingly. I got 2 snakeheads in the cooler. Well, one's in the cooler, the other one right down here. Gonna get a pretty good meal out of these ones. No complaints, other than Adam, learn how to freaking set the hook. But those 2 big follows, the 2 that I got on film for you, the fact that those fish both hit my lure and dragged it down, held it, and then let it go. I should be fishing all of this, but I'm not going to. I'm going home. It's about 2 o'clock right now. I should be back on the road by about 2:30 after I pack up. And that just means I'm going to hit rush hour in Fredericksburg, going up I-95, so yay. It is what it is. But it was a great day. I got 2 good fish for the frying pan and or oven. I don't know, I might grill them. I don't know, I've never had fried snakehead yet. I'm going to try fried snakehead. So I'm going to fry them up. I caught the other smaller bass, the bigger one you saw got off, you know, kind of boat side. That was grumpy. Yeah, so I'm what you might call a little bushed. But that's about all I got for you today. So like I always say, thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today, like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.